Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Napoleon, and today we're back with another Enlisted video, and today we're talking about hackers. Yes, we are talking about enlisted hackers again, and for some reason I don't want to make this video once again like with my last video, but we have to talk about hackers because they are kind of very important for the game to progress. And when I mean important, I mean they're not important in the sense that we have to get rid of them as soon as possible. But that said, without further ado, this video has been made possible for the friends at Discord, meaning that if you haven't liked, subscribed, or joined Discord, I highly suggest that you do. But that said, let's get started. Now, we have to differentiate before we even get into hackers what a lot of people mean by hackers. My last video about hackers, a lot of people gave complaints about hackers, and a lot of them were rooted in will complaint, and a lot of them were dispelled in just straight outright, they don't know the game. No offense to people who don't really know the game, but there's a lot of ways that you can die, and one of the best way is sadly the AI. Now of course this rant is already connected to the AI in the sense that a lot of people continue just saying that one dude just literally does a 360 and shoots you in the face. I'm very sorry to tell you, but those people are not people, those are bots, and should I be exact, AI. Basically, what Enlisted AI is that they just do a 360, boom, shoot you in the face, and you die. Honestly, is this bad? Yes. Has Enlisted helped by changing it? Yes. And is it still a problem? Sadly, yes. So, honestly, a lot of people have been coming out and saying those are hackers, and from my experience, sadly no, Enlisted does not have that many hackers. In the sense that hacking, yes, it does exist, but to the scale that I think everyone is referring to, about doing a 360 no-scope and then shooting you from half a mile away with a pistol, more than likely that's an AI, which is goofy, and Enlisted has been trying to fix it, which is bravo, thank you Enlisted, but it does raise a lot of issues for people who believe they're hackers. So a lot of people have issues with hackers like that. Of course, you have the real hackers, which, well, like I said with my last video, are quite despicable. Needless to say, I believe Enlisted should be using a harder hand, but at the end of the day, you do have to realize that there are some people who are going to get through Enlisted security wall, which is pretty much like some of the best hackers can do that easily. And when I mean easily, I mean really is easily. But that said, although this video is talking about the issues about hackers, a lot of people, this is more directed towards the community in the sense that a lot of people think that there are a lot of hackers, but in reality, Enlisted is actually quite known for being very tough on hacking. Like, their hacking, well, should I say, their anti-hacking skills or anti-cheat skills come from War Thunder, and no expect to know everyone. War Thunder is very good at limiting the hackers, and when I mean hackers, I mean literally people running around 360 no-scoping you that are actually human beings. And from what I've seen from actual hackers, they're quite bad when they're actually playing the game, which is why they need hacks. And honestly, for those people who are screaming hackers, there are real hackers out there, so yeah, I give you the benefit of the doubt. But most of the time of people that I see hackers, they literally 360 no-scope you. And there are other cases in which you shoot 50 rounds into the person and the person still does not die, which I admit is, I've seen that once or twice in games. But on the other hand, there are a lot of issues with the game itself, which a lot of people are screaming hackers. One example is the fact that you can literally one-shot people from half a mile away and using an AI and using quite literally a pistol. So yeah, that is very bad for the game, and I can understand why Enlisted community is screaming hackers, which honestly, if you ask me, really comes down to more of the game in general, which is like, it has its issues, like a lot of people would agree with that. And honestly, like, if you ask me, all of these quote-unquote hacking issues more has to do with the situation of the game, which, in my opinion, although it could be much, much worse, it is not the greatest. And when I mean not the greatest, I mean that there's a lot of ways that you can die mysteriously. One way is literally climbing, you can literally be climbing a ladder and you can literally die. Those are straight outright bugs. The ways that you can die are normal gunshots and from AI, which, although I say a lot about AI, Enlisted has actually been fixing them, which is my time with Enlisted as of right now, I've seen less and less 360 no-scoping you. On the other hand, there are also a lot of ways to die, like for example smoke. You can die from a thing called phosphorus grenades, and if you haven't been playing the game much, you kind of don't really know what they are, not to mention the fact that you can die from TNT charges, stuff like that. A lot of interesting ways that you can die, and when I mean die, I mean literally there are a lot of ways to kill people without even even looking at them, so that's gonna be very, very interesting. But on that side, that is all for this video. This is basically a video to say that, hey, there are hackers, but what most people think are hackers are not really actual hackers. They're more like AI or other human beings just playing the game to their advantage or using the game to their advantage and essentially knowing how to play the game and essentially doing stuff to people who don't know how to play the game. So that's very, very unfortunate. And once again, like I said with this video, it mostly has to do with how Enlisted deals with their game and how Enlisted modulates their game. So if you're a newer player or a person who hasn't been playing Enlisted for a long time or has recently gone back or basically overall has essentially have not played Enlisted for too much, yeah, I could see why there are a lot of ways that you can die, and there are a lot of reasons why people could scream hackers. Now, like I said earlier in the video, are there real hackers? Like I have to say again, yes, there are real hackers, and I literally could find you proof on YouTube right now. But needless to say, this is all for this video. What do you guys think about hackers? What do you think of the hacking problem listed, which is a real problem? But that's it. Comment in this comment section down below, and I'll see you in the next one.